Warning, do not try this. This video is not legal advice and does not create an attorney-client relationship. Please seek legal counsel regarding your particular situation. I'm telling you, do not try quoting these penal codes and end up with the FBI knocking on your door.
Hey, you did not see me educate the laws on the front lawn. They came at me like I was dumb. I served them with words, you hear me?
Man Talk Major podcast.
For real.
Are you guys?
82 SO, 2 detained.
Okay, the only crime that I have right now is y'all failure to identify.
But after they found out that I know the rules, the laws, now he's saying suspicious behavior. Okay. Suspicious behavior is not a misdemeanor or felony. Gotta try something else?
No, what penal code? You gotta name a penal code that I've committed. That is the crime. Name a crime that I committed. You hear me? Name a crime that I committed other than being black and walking down this driveway.
You were detained for suspicious behavior. Suspicious activity.
No.
Suspicious behavior. Why do you think he's here?
One thing I will say, I tip my hat to you, Constable Shoemaker, because you're not afraid to let it be known that you don't know. He's not afraid to ask questions. He asked me, why do I think they in my yard?
Why do you think he's here?
This video have over 100 million views, and it's a whole bunch of comments I've read. People wanting to know why y'all was in my yard harassing me also. Well, Man Talk Major podcast is finna give y'all the whole scoop.
Why do you think he's here?
The reason I think Officer Ortiz is in my yard and you're backing him, Constable Shoemaker, is because of the Falls County District Attorney's Office, Miss Catherine Jody Gillum. See, this stemmed from a speeding stop in the city of Lott.
Okay. The reason for the stop was a 63 and a 55, and they don't have a rear license plate.
Why do you think he's here?
Because I quoted number 2 off of Bledsoe 10 Commandments. And just like when I quoted number 1, which was
38.02.
You seen Constable Shoemaker over on the phone. He had to check in with the home base. Well, the lot stop, when I quoted
Transportation code 201.904 pertaining to the speed signs is for commercial vehicles only.
I quoted number 2 off of Bledsoe 10 Commandments 1 year, 2 months, and 8 days before the 38.02 viral video of the police officers
Who don't even know the laws themselves, but I'll quote them for them, you hear me?
If you do not know the proper paperwork to fill out, I do not advise you to quote penal codes, because you may be talking to an officer who is lacking the knowledge. And every officer is not gonna let you Google it.
Can I Google it and show you guys?
Go ahead and Google.
Okay, I'm finna show you guys.
You might just end up with a Chief Hamilton.
He's advising his first name is Ray, middle name is Clarence, or it may be Clarence Ray Bledsoe. I'm not for sure. Just run him both ways.
Okay, let me explain to y'all what's happening right quick. I am a human being. I make mistakes. I lost my wallet. So I was unable to physically hand him my driver license. But I do know my information. I gave him my driver license number. I gave him my name and date of birth, as well as the vehicle information. Well, I thought Chief Hamilton was going back to the car to write my speeding ticket. But after viewing the video footage, I realized Chief Hamilton was feeling some type of way because I quoted that Texas penal code to him.
You know Jody Gillum, don't you?
Yes.
Report me to Jody Gillum. She is the DA.
This is the stop that I think put the X on my back. Just like when I quoted number 1 off Bledsoe 10 Commandments, Constable Shoemaker immediately got on the phone to check in with the home base. Well, after I quoted number 2 off of Bledsoe 10 Commandments to Chief Hamilton, look who he immediately got on the phone with.
I'll have to call Jody on that one.
Now let me remind you, this is a speeding stop. Chief Hamilton of Lott Police Department called Falls County District Attorney 3 times for a speed stop. So if Falls County District Attorney didn't know about me before. She do now.
Hey, real quick, Miss Jody, and I know you're gone, but do you know a Clarence Ray Bledsoe?
See, now we getting somewhere, Shoemaker. See, way before you and Officer Ortiz came into my yard, Miss Jody Gillum received a phone call from Chief Hamilton Lot Police Department when I quoted number 2 off of Bledsoe 10 Commandments, which is Texas Transportation Code subsection 201.904 pertaining to the speed signs. And it clearly states, the department shall erect and maintain on the highways and roads of this state appropriate signs that show the maximum lawful speed for commercial motor vehicles, truck tractors, truck trailers, truck semi-trailers, and motor vehicles engaged in the business of transporting passengers for compensation or hire. Meaning, unless you have been voluntarily tricked into registering your private automobile, then those speed limit signs don't apply to you. No law requires you to record/pledge your private automobile. As will be made painfully evident herewithin, a private automobile is not required by any law, code, or statute to be recorded. Any recording, pledge of a private automobile to any agency is strictly voluntary. Go to your automobile glove compartment, get your registration out, look on vehicle classification, and look and see what your vehicle is classified as. Your vehicle classification is passenger, not commercial. PASS is short for passenger. If you have an SUV, it's going to say PASSTRK, passenger truck. And if you have a truck, it's going to say truck, passenger. Passenger is because it is your private conveyance, not commercial. But if you look down lower on the registration, right above the sticker that you peel off, there's a sentence that says, this receipt is to be carried in all commercial vehicles. So you take that sticker off, put it on your windshield, and you put that paper in your glove compartment. That's why the police officers pull up. They ask for driver license and registration, because you have just registered your private conveyance into their commercial game that they're playing on the people who fail to read for themselves.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
That's right. Because you refuse to open up a book and read what is right, what is wrong for yourself. I'm going to sit back and let you get treated the way that you're getting treated. Think about it. Back in school, if you wanted to pass the test, you had to read. You had to study. Well, in real life, if you want to avoid the traps and the snares that they have set for us, you have to read. You have to study. How else is you going to know what the rules is? If you don't read, if you don't study, go to Google and type in what is the difference between study of law versus practice of law. Well, the study of law is about rights, duties, right and wrong. The practice of law is about results, solutions for your clients. I cannot recall a similarity that I have encountered between studying of law and practicing it. The practicing of law is entirely different from studying it. One last disclaimer. I like to state for the record that I am not a lawyer. I am not giving legal advice. I do not have a license to teach law. I am not practicing law, because practicing law without a license is illegal. But what I am doing is sharing my experiences, things that I have went through, things that I have discovered, and things that I have learned. I'm sharing my experiences with you all. That's why everything that I'm talking about is something that I have went through. This is not any made up stories. I'm not, what they say, allegedly. No, this is what I'm dealing with.
Go to Google, type in U.S. population pie chart. Okay, what you're looking at is each ethnicity group, population percentage in the United States of America. So all of the 50 states, the so-called black people only take up a small percentage of the pie in the free world. Now pull up the U.S. incarceration rate by race and ethnicity and look and see how we make up a large group of people that's incarcerated. Now, why is that number big of us incarcerated, but it's just a small amount of us in this country?
Go to Google and search 13th Amendment, Section 1. It clearly states, neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for a crime whereof the party shall have been duly convicted. Let me repeat. Slavery and involuntary servitude is illegal. It's abolished and it's prohibited except as punishment for a crime.
Okay, the
suspect
only
me of
crime
committing.
that I have right now is y'all failure to identify.
How many people do you think that are locked up or then got out on parole or probation, meaning having to pay funds? All because the police officer asked them for their identification when them people have done nothing wrong.
That number is big of us because of our lack of knowledge. That's why I came up with Bledsoe 10 Commandments. See, that number is big of us because of our lack of money. That's why I came up with my special list.